When David Moyes returned to West Ham in December 2019, his first game back in charge of the club was on New Year's Day 2020, and he faced Eddie Howe's Bournemouth, a game in which West Ham won 4-0. Howe left Bournemouth following the club's relegation in the summer of 2020. Took a lot of time out of management and then got what would be considered a dream job. He was appointed the manager of Newcastle United to replace Steve Bruce on the 8th of November. This is a job that Howe has worked all his life to get. And given what he did with Bournemouth, taking them from a club that was in the relegation zone in League Two to Premier League team within the space of 6 years, was a monumental and once-in-a-lifetime achievement for any manager. Howe is young, he's intelligent, he's cautious in his approach to management, and he's going to be facing David Moyes this Saturday when his Newcastle side travels down to the capital to face West Ham United. It is time for Opposition Uncovered, folks. West Ham United versus Newcastle United at the London Stadium in the 12:30 kickoff this Saturday. It's grueling for someone like me because, if I haven't already mentioned it before on the channel, because of my time difference, I have to get up at 5:30 in the morning. And then I go to work after the game, pretty much. So I'm going to be absolutely cream-crackered. Either way, I don't really care. I have a commitment to West Ham. I will watch the games when they're on TV if I'm able to. I haven't missed one yet this season. Promise. Okay, at the start of the season, I want to talk about what happened. If you're a Newcastle fan watching this, I'm sorry to bring it back, but I remember the 4-2 win up at St James's. I wish I'd have been there. Class stadium and class sets of fans from both teams. West Ham won 4-2, a game in which Aaron Cresswell, Saïd Benrahma, Tomàš Souček and Mikel Antonio scored. Our counter-attacking system ran riot. Kieran Clark put on toast. The whole Newcastle team was put on toast by Algerian Alessandro Del Piero and co. It was beautiful game for West Ham fans, but a day to forget for Newcastle fans. And around that time, toxicity was starting to brew. It has been for many years in Newcastle because of Mike Ashley's ownership, but the fans had every reason to want him gone at the start of the season. No investment into the squad and no wins to account for it. Steve Bruce took charge of his 1,000th game as manager in a 3-2 home defeat to Tottenham Hotspur. He resigned after that game, and that was because Mike Ashley had finally been outed and new owners had come in. The new owners are the PCP and RB Sports and Media, with Chairman Yasser Al-Rumayyan, and he's now in charge of the club, a massively wealthy Saudi, and his wife are now overseeing things at the club, and it's been happy days since they came in. Newcastle has been unbeaten in the league since the turn of the year and is on a 3-game winning streak. Had a great January transfer window, I've got to say. Excellent business was done in January, and they needed to strengthen, and they did. Dan Burn, a good centre-back who is a Newcastle fan at heart. Chris Wood, who likes to score goals against West Ham. Kieran Trippier came in, a solid right-back option. Someone who also was good at set-pieces. Unfortunately, he's not going to be playing because he's injured. And also signing Bruno Guimaraes from Lyon. I hope I've said his name properly. He's going to be a good player because he's highly rated. Getting in Matt Targett as well, another good left-back option. I think that Eddie Howe has managed to sign some really good players in January. 4 new signings came in and they've made immediate impacts. Kieran Trippier did. He scored twice in 2 games before he got injured and was showing leadership, because that's what Newcastle's needed. It's needed leadership. It's needed strong, experienced leaders in its team. I don't think Jamal Lascelles necessarily provides that. And their defence was all over the place. It had no structure. You're looking at players like Kieran Clark and Fabian Schär, Javier Manquillo, who were all inconsistent this season. Kieran Clark was public enemy number one. I've watched other Newcastle fan channels. I know John Sinclair's not particularly been a big fan of Kieran Clark. And I actually mentioned in one of his comments that Saeed ran him ragged. And John was like, yeah, he certainly did, mate. I know, I saw that on TV. But I have to admit, I'm very nervous to play Newcastle this weekend because we have struggled against them at home in the past. And they're coming good now. They're building that momentum. They've finally got a decent owner. They've got pride and good vibes back at the club. And a team that the whole city can be proud of. And I love Newcastle. Any Newcastle fans watching this, I love your city. I love Northumberland. Think it's a very nice part of the country. And I will definitely be going back there to visit next time I'm back in the UK. I have to. I know people that live there. I want to go back. As for the three players on my ones to watch, first of all, I've got to talk about Mr. Gucci himself, Alan Saint-Maximin. The man's footwork and dribbling are absolutely insane. They blow me away. Alan Saint-Maximin can play either as a winger or as a second striker. It's the way he moves his legs with wide strides, yet controls the ball so easily. He bursts past fullbacks, and given that Sofal and Cresswell haven't necessarily been defensively sound over the last few games, he's going to run them ragged. I'm not looking forward to that, but you Newcastle fans will. Secondly, I never thought I would ever say this, and we all have been proven wrong. Joelinton, the £40 million flop, has become the Geordie Samba star. Joelinton was never ever a striker. His statistics didn't attest that he was a striker. He has since been playing as a midfielder under Eddie Howe. And it's worked. He looks way more comfortable in midfield because he touches the ball more and he passes more rather than shooting. Joelinton doesn't look comfortable shooting the ball, and that's fine. As long as he can build the ball up in the midfield, I think that's better suited position for him. I never agreed with him being a forward, and £40 million is a lot of money for a player like that. So thankfully, he's starting to come good, and even the fans are putting up banners of Joelinton to say how much they love him. And the third player that I have to talk about is Chris Wood, because I will bet my entire life savings that he bags a goal against us on Saturday. It's typical. We have Neil Maupay, who's typical of scoring against West Ham. We had Lukaku in the past. And now we've got Kiwi Cristiano. So, make of that what you will. But I think Newcastle actually have a decent attack overall. And I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with them as a team. I think they're really gelling together now. Everyone's cracking on. Loads of players attest that it's all cracking on. Joelinton's starting to come good right now. Alan Saint-Maximin absolutely shreds teams apart. And Chris Wood, I think he'll just come good if you give him some time. So those are my three players that I would watch out for. And as for a player who played for both of them, a Newcastle United legend, but he has a lot of ties to West Ham United because of his family. And that is Rob Lee. Now, Rob Lee was born in West Ham, in London, and started out his career at Charlton Athletic, where he spent 9 years before he joined Newcastle United in 1992. In 10 years in the North East, he made 303 league appearances and scored 44 goals. In the later stages of his career, he played for Derby County, West Ham, Oldham Athletic and Wycombe Wanderers. He has two sons called Ollie and Lee. Both of them were graduates of the West Ham Academy. Both of them have since moved on to play for different teams. Ollie's now at Gillingham and Elliot is at Luton Town. As for my score prediction for this game, it is going to be difficult, like I said, and I actually am quite nervous, as I said before, to play Newcastle. I don't know what to expect in this. Newcastle is going to have that hunger more because they need to stay up. And now that they are in a more likely position to stay in the league than before. They've managed to drag themselves out of relegation zone threat for now, but they are still within that relegation battle. And every game is going to be crucial for Newcastle because they'll need to take points, no matter it be a win or a draw. And I'm going to say right now, I think it's going to be a draw. I'm going to go 1-1. And I say that because I don't think our fullbacks are going to cope with Saint-Maximin cutting in and out. I don't really think our centre-backs would be able to out-jump Chris Wood. Dan Burn's going to cause problems if he starts. And we will find it difficult to break this Newcastle team down, I think. And it's going to be hard. So I think there are going to be some twists and turns in this game. But I'm going to say a draw. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Opposition Uncovered. If you like that video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more content. To all you Newcastle fans who are making that long trip down to London, I wish you all a safe journey. You're a credit to your club. And it's great to show your loyal support. Thank you very much for watching this, everybody. Take care, and I will see you all soon.